Welcome to Harrison Hacks.
Hey guys, welcome back to Harrison Hacks. Today is the first update video for my vintage collection build. This one's a huge one, so it's been very time consuming. I wanted to make sure all the artwork and everything was correct. And I'm going system by system through each and every game, so it's just taken a long time. But you know what, I think it'll be worth it in the end. So again, I'm going to launch it up here and give you guys a little look. So the intro video is just your standard. I mean, I'll get to all that stuff down the road. I'm going to mute. So basically, I have 10 systems completed. And by completed, I mean every ROM, artwork. If you guys are wondering about this this theme in the front, it's called anime. I've just modified it. And you'll see for a second here, the video gets larger. I modified it so you can see the system a little bit on the bottom after. So you see the system there. The video plays on the screen, and then it gets bigger. So I like the way this looks. I may stick with it, but I'm gonna start. So let's start where I've completed. So TurboGrafx 16 is complete. Don't mind if the videos stutter, guys. You know, it's just my laptop while I'm recording. So you can see box art and cart art. I went through every single game. So every game has an English wheel, whether I've had to create it myself or not. Same with the box art and the carts. And I've added some. You can see we have 97 total. So I've added some translations like Knight Rider Special. Every single game's got a box and a cart. If I call the system complete, that means the artwork is complete for that system. And then I move on. So I'm just going to show you, like, I wanted to have Die Hard. So there's Die Hard there, cart, box art, and wheel. So I think TurboGrafx 16, 97 games, so a few of those are translated. TurboGrafx CD, complete set, North American set for the TurboGrafx CD. And again, you can see the box and the discs, they're all there. Some of them are translated, but any translations have the English artwork. TurboGrafx CD is complete. Virtual Boy is complete. So if you watched my last video, I was missing a couple of cart arts. There is Bound High, and lucky for me, a viewer sent me the cart art for Bound High. Spider Bait. Thank you very much, Spider Bait. Really appreciate that. The other one I was missing was Innsmouth no Yakata. Well, it's House of Innsmouth is what that translates to. So now every single game has box art, cart art, and wheel. So this is Nico-chan Battle, but it's actually in English, it's Faceball. So that's why I put a Faceball wheel, so that it would be in English. Game Boy is complete, and there are 600 games on there. Fire Dragon is a translation, but it's all in English, and everything's got box art and cart art. Every single game. So there and snaps and wheels. So I will not be putting a game if it doesn't have wheel, cart art, box art, and snap. I'm most likely just gonna create it. That's what I've been doing, and that way, it's all readily available. DS. So if we go into DS, I haven't set up I haven't set up all my artwork yet. So I'm still working on DS, it's not complete. 3DS, I am up to 125 games for the 3DS. I've got to do all the artwork. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to create most of it, if not all of it, and as well as the gameplay snaps and all that kind of stuff. So 3DS is definitely a time consumer. Same with the PlayStation 3. Moving on, PSP. I'm not complete yet. I'm still working on PSP. Game Boy Advance, I just completed today. And with Game Boy Advance, there are 953 games. And again, there's F-Zero Climax, so you've got your box art, cart art, and your snap and wheel. And this is an English translated version of the game. But each and every game has all of the artwork. I've also gone through if there's games like sports games that are 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth. I make sure they're in a row. And then if there's like, you know, part 1 and part 2, then I'll make sure they're in a row. But everything's here. Fire Emblem Sword of Seals. So this was one that didn't have any artwork, so I went ahead and created it. As well as, I'll scroll as fast as I can. So that was Need for Speed. Whoa. It's kind of running sluggish because I'm recording, but what I wanted to show you guys was right there. Mother 1 and 2, box art, cart art. Mother 3, box art, cart art. And these are obviously Earthbound, but it's Mother 1 and 2 and then Mother 3. And these are English translated versions as well for GBA. Pinball FX2 is complete. It doesn't have box art or cart art, so I just put the wheel art as the little art down there. I just wanted something to pop up so it suits the rest. But it's all there. Daphne, you can see it has box art, but there is no cart art. It would just be, I mean, I guess it could be discs, but I just went with the 3D box art that I found online, and it looks really nice. So, at the very least, systems will have box art. Not sure about cart art. And as you can see, I mean, I've got to edit this pinball machine so it goes down to the bottom and it fits better. The Daphne just has a disc, then the Nintendo's down there. Nintendo's complete with 783 games, and there are some English translated games in here as well. But there's a lot, and everything box art, cart art for NES. Looking really good. Super Nintendo. Pop into there. 810 games. So Treasure of the Rudras. This is an English translated game, and I've actually been playing it, and I really like it. So it's a Final Fantasy type game. I really like it. I mean, look at that snap right there. It just looks really impressive, and I really like this game a lot. Treasure Hunter G. This is another one, you know, similar. Again, English translated game. But you can see the box art, the cart art, the snap, everything, and it's all English as well. But everything looks really good. I'm really liking the Super Nintendo side of things. As far as games that I wanted to add, I mean, obviously I added a couple there, the Treasure of Rudras and stuff. Let's see what else. So, I believe I added Chrono Trigger. Sorry guys, this video will probably go a little longer than I anticipated, but I just want to show you guys. So there is Chrono Trigger, and then we have Chrono Trigger Crimson Echoes. So this is really cool to have on there. If you guys have never experienced that game, check it out. And then, oops, I passed some there. So Cyber Knight, English translated, and Cyber Knight 2, same thing. And then we'll leave off with, so you can see here, it does say Emerald Dragon, so it is English on there. I mean, it's not all English, but it is a nice wheel, and it does say Emerald Dragon there. Hard to see on my small monitor I'm using, but looks good on the TV. So Earthbound. So I'm saying SNES is done, but I do like the Earthbound Halloween hack and the Holiday Hex, so I may add those in. But for right now, I'm considering SNES as done. Because there's a ton of games on there already. So Nintendo 64, 305 games. So one that I added, obviously, is Showdown 64. I wanted to add that in there. And there's the cart art and the box art and the wheel, as well as the snap. But everything's all set up to go. Even the ones that said game is not playable, I went ahead and found some gameplay snaps. So if it said unplayable, now everything actually has a gameplay snap instead of saying unplayable, because that just bugged me. GameCube is another huge set that I'm going to have to work on. Any of the larger disc-based games, but it will have, you can see, cart art and disc art, as well as snap and wheels. Nintendo Wii. So I've got box art, cart art, snap and wheel. And these will continue to grow, guys, like these systems. I'm going to include as much artwork as I possibly can. For Wii U, so far, disc art I have not found, but I will be working on it. If not, it'll just be a box art system. I mean, I don't want to spend all my time creating all of the cart arts and stuff like that. But at the very least, like I said earlier, you know, box art is a definite. It'll definitely be included. PS2, I don't have all the disc art yet, but I mean, you can see that I'm trying to include it. I've only got 2 games here so far, but I do have a lot more that I've got to add in. But I'm going system by system. So some of these were just for testing to make sure they're working, and then I go back and complete systems. So the one I'm going to be completing next will be Game Boy Color. And then I'm moving on to, I almost have the complete set of PlayStation North American releases, so the PSX. And then also Sega CD, I also have the complete set of that. So it's a matter of getting all the artwork that I can find, making sure that everything is named correctly, functioning properly, so on and so forth. But I think I'm going to be doing Game Boy Color and then stepping into all of the Sega systems. I want to get into all of that. I don't know how many obscure systems I'm going to be doing here, but I'm definitely going to focus on the majors. And you know, I may do a release at some point, and then the systems will be packs. So you guys will get like a basic front end, and then you can get whatever packs you want instead of it being like, you know, terabytes and terabytes of a download, and you're like, man, I don't even want half of this stuff or whatever. So that's kind of my idea of what I want to do. You can see here PS3. And in the video, it has the PS3 Slim, but you can see the system on the bottom there. That's the PS3 that I have. I have the 60 gig model that plays PS2 games. So 10 completed systems, guys. Completed is NES, SNES, N64, Game Boy, Virtual Boy, Pinball FX2, Daphne, TurboGrafx 16, and TurboGrafx 16 CD, as well as Game Boy Advance, which I just completed today. Like I said, Game Boy Color's coming next. I don't see too many issues with completing that one. And then I'm going to step into all the Segas. So, What I'm trying to do, and what's pretty time consuming as far as artwork goes and stuff like that, is to give you guys the English translated version of some games. I don't do all of them, but I do some. The ones that I enjoy, the ones that I think are worthwhile. That's what I do, is include those. But I mean, down the road, when you get this build and you like, hey, I got a translated game, and you want to add it, and you want to create the artwork and so on and so forth, you know, you can definitely do that as well. So I mean, you know, please give a thumbs up for the video if you like how the build's looking. Really appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to the channel and tell everybody about the channel. You know, I'm almost at 1,700 subscribers, and that's pretty incredible. I've only been doing this for just under a year, so it's really awesome that I'm pushing 1,700 and hopefully going to get to 2,000 soon. But this is update number 1 of the vintage collection. So again, guys, as usual, have a good day.